Thank you very much, Senior Professor H.D. Karunaratna, for kindly introducing myself and giving me opportunity to kick off this panel discussion. Before giving my thought, I am feeling very happy to be here again. 2 years ago, I was there also and joined the panel discussion. And I vividly remember the beautiful evening that Senior Professor H.D. Karunaratna had arranged that night. That was just before I actually can say that it was eve of the beginning of the global pandemic, and probably the last of one of those last evenings that we could enjoy. Very pleasant time without wearing mask. But today, the fact is that we all are wearing mask, and then the world has changed. But the future is the same that we are going to discuss. Today's topic is about student migrations. So when we talk about student migration, maybe we can rephrase perhaps like the migration as the same topic, how we can pursue our higher education. Of course, the migration has wider, I think, a connotation when it comes to not only limited to education, but probably including other methods of migrating to Japan. But all in all, to make way to Japan, I think we should kind of start thinking about the goal. The goal is not only education, neither the temporary visit or getting any temporary job opportunity, but this is all about having the career opportunities in Japan, which I think all the panelists, all the speakers, honorable speakers, who had joined today's this anniversary event had already spoken. But when we talk about having the permanent job opportunities in Japan, then I think we have to reverse what would be needing to reach that point. And what we are doing is that the study in Japan is only part of the process of reaching that goal. And let us step back, a little bit further. Then what do we need to do to study in Japan? So we have been discussing about this because this is the topic actually I raised during our panel discussions 2 years ago upon the launching of the University of Tokyo Sri Lanka office. And I still remember that I emphasized that we need to make an action plan to plan the entire future for Sri Lankan students, not only studying Japan, but what future can they imagine by going to Japan and study. So action plan was my idea that I proposed that time, and with great support extended by Senior Professor H.D. Karunaratna, of course, and also Senior Professor Sampas Amaratunga, we have discussed and we have identified, as many of the speakers also today mentioned, and I think many of the speakers mentioned today means that the most of the thing, the common, I think, messages that we received today was the need to study Japanese language. I think that is, where we should start with, because without having the Japanese language, it's not only for, this is something that conducive to have better, education in Japan, because in order to get the true knowledge, and that is unalloyed true knowledge, the language is the essential thing. So that when we go to Japan and study, then it is essential. Although that most of the university, of course, provide education in English, but as we have already agreed and established that to live in Japan, and have a better life in Japan. Definitely that the Japanese language is important. So we have discussed how we can introduce this. And with a great support, again, from the Professor Hin Kanda, that excuse my interruption, but we have achieved one. I think this is something that will be, my ambassador also mentioned that bachelor course honors in Japanese language will be introduced in Sri Jayawardena University. And this is not just about one this language course to be opened in one university. I don't think so. This course is going to serve as a prototype, and this is going to serve as some future. We are going to shape the future of the students by opening this Japanese course. The reason I say this is because this is 70th anniversary, and we are opening this on this special year, and we are planning to nourish this course very carefully, and this, I think, this is going to become a seed for the future relationship between Japan and Sri Lanka. And then upon seeing this seed grow up into the trees, then we most probably be able to graft the branch into other university to replicate the similar courses in other universities. I think this is something that, you know, a great, I think, initiative by the Professor Hinkenda. We could, you know, envisage the new beginning between Japan and Sri Lanka through this new course. And this is my probably, you know, gambit to the title of today's panelist, that for student migration, most important thing I would like to propose and we are working on is to promote Japanese language. That is, you know, also the same message I think we have received from all the speakers today. Thank you very much.